guys, PJ 437 Motorsports, vlogging on my camcorder with the microphone because it's a little windy here today. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do the headlight replacement. Pop the lens out, get the bulbs out so you can change them out, and I'm also going to do a upgrade and do some LEDs, fanless LEDs, and what goes into that. And as you can see, you can't get to them from the back on either side, but I'll show you how that works and how to get those out. Alright, so on these trucks, I will look up the year again, but I believe it is from, it's 93 or 94, which this is a 94, all the way up to I think 97, that run the same style headlight housing. So they all should come out the exact same way, which is these little screws here and here. You gotta take the little rubber caps off. Allows you access to the little nut head there. And what they do is they thread into the actual plastic headlight housing. Something I did also is I squirted a little PV Blast down in there. I don't know if we can see down in there or not. Yeah, you can see the rod right there, where it goes into the plastic housing. I don't know if it's a metal insert or what's in there exactly. When I tried to take them out beforehand, they're kind of galled in there, so I sprayed some lube in there to break them loose. But I'm going to show you how to take them out, how to change the bulb, and also we're going to do the LEDs like I said, and I believe we have to do some manipulation to the actual bracket that's behind the headlight to make the part of the LED that's too big to fit in there where the background is. I believe we gotta trim it out some, so I'll show you a little bit of that too. All right, so on these little screws here that hold the headlight in is a 3/16 socket. They got a little tight spot in them, so just, take your time when you're going past that. You get like a half a turn, quarter turn, and it gets a little bind in it. And there's your screw. It goes down into the actual headlight. It'll focus on that. And your headlight housing itself will finagle itself out here, and then the wiring will kind of hold it in place. So there's your bracketry. You got your high beam bulb, low beam, and then your parking light turn signal bulb, I believe it is. And then you got your, your back housing here. And as you can see, down in here, you don't have much clearance with this bulb. And the back of the LED light is about that thick, which I'll show you here in a second. And it won't clear that, so we're going to have to do some trimming. Get my light right. You have to trim this out some, probably with my Dremel or something, so it'll clear for the low beam. Then we'll be able to reassemble everything. Alright, so I got you on the head mount now, so hopefully the wind noise don't get too crazy. But the first thing we want to do, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pop these plugs loose from the bulbs themselves, pull them out. And you want to be careful on the tabs that you don't press too far back on them, because they will break. And then you'll be rewiring your pigtails. So these right here, you have to push these away from the bulb to get it off of the little catch that's right here, if you can see. And they will break off because they will get brittle over time. Let's see. And that one is a twist. And that bulb needs to be replaced. So I'm gonna have to get me some 194 bulbs. All right, and for now we're only gonna take, actually I'm gonna leave that in there. So that's the whole housing out. So that we can take it in the house and see how much clearancing we gotta do to this here area right through here to allow that bulb to get in there. And I'll show you the bulb real quick. And I got these off of Amazon. I think they were like $30 some for the set. And they're fanless, so they don't make noises. And they're supposed to be the same size as our standard bulb, which we could probably double check real quick. And these just twist, pull out. So as you can see here, here's your locking places where they mount at. So other than the teardrop, they're pretty close to the same size. And let's see where we at here. Pretty close. And they advertise that the actual LED is in the same general location, which it's pretty close. So that it doesn't mess up your how the light projects. So as you can see here, where this has got to go in at, you'd have to put it in an angle. And the cooling fins section hits, which it needs to be able to go in like this. So about that far out. So we're probably going to have to take out quite a bit. Probably all of this whole notch here. Probably have to notch it enough. Maybe even back into here somewhere to allow the clearance. But we'll do that. Do that in the house with my Dremel. We'll put this bulb back in to keep any shavings or anything from out inside the housing itself. And we'll be back to that in a minute. Alright, so now we're down in my basement. My little workshop, if you want to call it that. So I've decided to pop this plastic piece off. I believe it's going to be better to do that so I'm not cutting in so close to the other bulb. If I can get these down in here. Might need a deep socket. Or a little bit of an extension. A little bit more extension than I really need, but that's what I got. I'll definitely be delicate putting those back in so I don't strip the plastic housing out. It's not going to fit through there. So we'll cheat the system a little bit. And these are your adjusters. So gotta be careful with those. I don't mess those up also. Those are actually glued on some. those there so we don't lose them. See if we can get a better reference on how much we need to cut out. And he should only go in one way, yeah, because you got 2 wide tabs and one narrower tab, and then just go in and twist until they stop. We know that goes about like that. Now we can actually see where it's actually hitting. Might have to clearance all the way into here, actually, so that it'll be able to put the bulb in and out. All right, so at least got that part down. So now it's just a matter of massaging this until it fits. I won't go over all that in the video because that'll take way too much time. So we'll be back when I get it clearanced. All right, so I use my Dremel with a cutoff wheel. So it's not pretty, but with what I have to work with, it seems to have made enough clearance. Kind of did pretty much squared off cuts. Broke it out, but you see you can twist it and you can pull it straight out and put it straight back in. Tighten them down. So now the LEDs will fit and I can start having some nice bright lights. Replace these old style bulbs. So it'll be a much nicer drive at night now. Now we'll do the reinstall. Alright, we're back out at the truck. We're going to reinstall everything. Hopefully this isn't too up close for you, being you're on the head mount. That just twists in. Feels like it stopped there. Reconnect the high beam. And low beam plug, which really hampers how much room you got. That one you kind of got to finagle into there. Since the factory harness doesn't give you any leeway on it. Alright. Push that back up until it clicks. Just tuck the wire out of the way. They do give you some two-sided sticky stuff to put on those, so I don't know if it's needed or not. I'm going to choose not to use it. And you reinstall the pins. Finagle them around until you get down in there where they bite, so they can thread. It feels like that one's grabbing. Same thing with this back one. And then snug it down. Alright, that one's tight. That's tightened down, and then we'll put the little caps back on it. If you have them. If you don't worry about it. Hopefully you can see the difference there. Definitely much brighter and whiter light than the old yellow ones, which is what I'm going from. And I see my parking light is out again, so I have to finagle with that a little bit too. Alright, so that's how to change out your headlights on these little GMC Sonomas. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Have a good evening.